Damn, surely nothing to play today. Huh? What?
No.
Hello everybody, it is me, Ultimate Scoob. Yes, you have not seen me in a while. Yes, I've been sick. Yes, I've been dying. But look who's good now. Yeah, that's right, it's me. And today, yeah, we're talking about it. Your favorite nostalgia machine, the machine everybody loves now, and something I own, which I'm actually pretty happy about, the Nintendo 64. Now, what was the Nintendo 64? First of all, shut the fuck up. Nintendo 64 was, honestly, you know that PlayStation, Sega Saturn? Yeah, because people know about the Sega Saturn. And yeah, all that, that's where the 64 was. But you see, the 64 it didn't do very well. Like, at all. Yeah, no, it didn't really do great. It actually was the worst performing Nintendo console at the time. Why is that? Well, I think we can list the reasons here today.
Poppy, here say, hey white boy, tell me what you need. What's good?
Starting off with the first reason, I think mainly problem with it was the time it came out. Now you see, it was very advanced. Instead of just the PlayStation's 32-bit, it had 64 bits. 64 bits. That's twice the amount of the 32 bits of the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, and it was just really looked a lot better, even if it was a bit muggier, but it still didn't look great. But what was the problem? You see, the problem was the time it came out. You see, the PlayStation came out around 93. I think it was like 93 or 94. Yeah, no, it was 1993, I think. And the Saturn came out, I think, in 92. But the 64? All the way in 1996. Because they just kept changing it, adding to it, advancing it, just because they thought they would make it so much better, so better. They had this mindset where it was like, well, if we just wait, the customers will wait because they are loyal to the Nintendo brand. But that was not the case, not at all. No. They were not as loyal as Nintendo saw them to be, and they actively bought the other stuff because, oh, they're taking too long. Which they did take a lot longer to come out with their new 3D console. Isn't a good look. Not at all. But you know, there is worse with the console. And yes, I bet you do all know what I'm going to be talking about. The controller. Dude, look at this thing. This actively looks like something people would shove up their ass for fun. Like, what is this design? You know, the PlayStation, it was iconic. It had the two prongs, the D-pad, the eventual double joist analog sticks. And it was a great design. It came out before Mr. Wumbo W over here. No, like this. Sure, if you get the hang of it, it's not as bad as it looks, which I have gotten the hang of it, but it's still like a really bad. Alright, so let's look at it here. We've got 4 camera buttons for the camera. The D-pad is a bit mushy, not a big fan. There's just a start button, no select, kind of weird. There's 3 prongs for some fucking reason. Like, what? There's like different like hold styles. You hold it like that, or you know, with like a basic like a real controller, you hold it by the 2 prongs on the sides, but then you should have one big wiener hanging out in the middle. And the joystick. Oh no, it's not an analog stick. It is a joystick. It is. Ugh, I hate it. It's got this. It's this weird thing where it's just sticking out and it's flimsy and it's shit. I hate it. It's shit. It's shit. And then, you know, it just made no sense. Nobody got it. That's why it didn't do as well. And nobody got the controller. It makes no damn sense. But that isn't all that was wrong with the console. There was a lot more wrong with it. For example, what fuck is this? Yeah, cartridges. In 1996, the Saturn. Wait, no, I think it was the Dreamcast. Oh my god, I've been saying Saturn the whole time. Oh my god. No. It's the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast and the PlayStation used discs, right? So they could hold a lot more data while not losing much about it. Except for, being able to copy it. But that wasn't a big deal to them. But for Nintendo, piracy was a big thing for them. It still is now. Like a lot. And this, you can't really pirate cartridge as well as you can a disc. So they kept with the cartridges. Why is this a bad thing? Oh, do I have to say it? Apparently I do. Because not only is it fucking huge, it carries half the storage of the PlayStation discs. 128 megabytes, I think, for the... No, it's 1.2 gigabytes for a PlayStation disc, and I think it's like 600 megabytes of storage for cartridge. I might just be pulling those numbers out of my ass, I don't really know, but it's small in comparison. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And it's stupid. There's no point to them doing this besides, oh, they're gonna steal our stuff. And they did the same thing with the GameCube, and bam, the GameCube couldn't hold as much either. But, like, it's better than this. The only reason I do like these slightly more than discs is because I didn't have to keep the box. But you know what would make me want to keep the box? They were fucking cardboard. Yeah, they went back to that. They went cardboard because, oh, it's funny. No, you should have stayed with plastic cases. So you could have kept them in their cases and made them discs. So it would work out fine. But it didn't, because they're stupid and dumb and stupid. It's dumb. But there is some redeeming qualities to the 360. Wait. Did I say 360? There are some redeeming qualities to the 64. The game library. Oh my god. The game library is amazing. Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Star Fox 64, I get. It's just a solid, amazing lineup of video games. So memorable. Mario 64 is still played to this game on the original console because it's just so good. It's just such a good game. And I love the games. I have Majora's Mask. I have Ocarina of Time. I have 64 in my hands right here. Because they're just great games. But, like, when the games could have been so much better if it was handled better than a 3-pronged butt plug. You see, I'm getting a bit too worked up over the 64. I love it. I have one in my room. It's cool. I love it. It's cool. And it's just a great... I do like the console. I just wish they made better decisions. For example, I still don't fucking get it. There's this back thing for the Rumble Pack, which I guess makes sense, but it's used for literally nothing else. And the cartridge is off. They just use discs. This could have been such a better console. And you know what they could have done since they were using a cartridge system? They could have done backwards compatibility with the Super Nintendo and the original Nintendo and even the Game Boy you could have done. But instead they just used the back of the controller to put in Pokemon Red and Blue for Pokemon Rumble. That's it. I could have been playing all my Game Boy games on here. You know how cool that would have been if they just did so much more backwards compatibility. There's so many things I can think of that they could have done better, but instead they released what's essentially a mediocre console. It's good, but it's mediocre compared to the rest that was out at the time. A pretty much mediocre console And the Virtual Boy. Yeah, you wanna know why they didn't do as good here? You wanna know why? Because they're dumb. And you wanna know what they also worked on time? The Virtual Boy. Yeah, Mr. Men in Red and Black. The Virtual Boy. Why? Why couldn't you just do one? People would have waited not nearly as long if it came out in 94 or 95 and you just focused on that and making that better and perfecting it before working on literally one of the worst consoles of all time. Like, what the fuck? This could have been so much better is what I'm saying. The title of the video does not lie. This could have been something amazing, and I do still think it is amazing, but it could have been so much better. But it wasn't, because Nintendo's room is just a bunch of seals, and they're stupid seals. But, you know, that's besides the point. There's so many great games, and don't take this the wrong way. If you really do think it's cool, you think it's cool, I think it's cool, go buy a 64. I got mine with all the wires, with the controller, not this one we bought, and a freaking game for $100. It was amazing. Me and my dad got it. It was so cool. I got it all hung up in my room and stuff. It's hooked up. I unhooked my Wii U. Best decision of my life. And, you know, it's really, really amazing. I love it. But my point with the video is that it could have been better.
Hey, pal, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Okay, whoa. Hold on there, pal. Hold on. I'm not doing all this shit again. I just had a fight last episode. I'm not doing this again. How about we talk it out? What is your problem?
My problem is that you are criticizing one of the best consoles of all time. Don't you know how great and brilliant it is? Oh, it's excellent. Don't you fucking understand, you stupid piece of shit?
Yes, Luigi, I do understand that. That is why I said it's still amazing. I still love it. But maybe next time get your company, who by the way has not given you a lot of attention, get them to understand that this could have been so much better. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not. I'm just a guy who makes criticisms and dumb gameplay content on YouTube. I'm like, who cares? Like, dude, it's still a good console. Everybody loves it. Just because the funny guy who sometimes wears a bag on his head, sometimes doesn't, and sometimes look like a Twilight reject with the freaking, I freaking look like the one guy from Scott Pilgrim. Like, who cares? Like, no, I'm not gonna change too many people's opinions. Why are you so pressed about it?
Why am I so pissed? I'm so pissed because this could have been so much better. They would have kept it for so much longer. And maybe, just maybe, I would have gotten the game on the best console of all the time if people like you didn't criticize it as much as you did.
Dude, the Nintendo 64's low sales. How is that my fault at all? I wasn't even fucking born. I wasn't born until like 10, 20 years later. 2010. I'm a baby, dude, in comparison. Like, none of this is my fault. I'm saying these things about a console that is literally like 20 years old. I'm just saying it because, you know, I think it's cool to talk about, and I do like the console, and I want to give it what it could have been. Are you understand? Oh, there you go. Rude ass bitch. Alright, guys. That was the ScoobScore. That was the ScoobScore. I hope you enjoyed or hated it. I don't give a fuck. The 64, it's alright. I like it. Here's the score right here. Let's just flip it up a couple times. Bam. 8 out of 10.